Coming up in this Brightline construction update, this update looks at the construction progress at Orlando International Airport. Located southeast of downtown Orlando, Orlando International Airport will be home to Brightline's Orlando station. Starting with something a little different, here's an overview of the airport from 30,000 feet. In the bottom left, under the flight paths for runways 36L and 36R, is Brightline's future vehicle maintenance facility. In the top right is the airport's Intermodal terminal, which is where the station will be located. Back on the ground, we will look at the entrance to the vehicle maintenance facility and its connection to outside rail lines. This is where the main entrance to the facility will be located. The road still needs to be finished and a formal crossing installed on the OUC rail line. Just east of the Boggy Creek Road crossing, the turnout has been installed on the OUC rail line, which will allow materials to be delivered by rail for construction of the line toward Cocoa. Next, we will drive north through the airport on Jeff Fuqua Blvd, past the station toward the main terminal. Here's the Intermodal terminal, inside of which the station is located. We will take a look inside of it shortly. 2 tracks have been installed in the trench going under taxiways F and E. Bass has also been dropped on the tracks. Now we are going to hop aboard the automated people mover at the main terminal to take a look at the track work as it heads south to the Intermodal terminal and station. You can see one track installed all the way through here, with the second stopping partway for now. Several sections of rail are stored next to the grass here. You can see both tracks here. Looking out the other side, you can see where the tracks enter the trench under the taxiways. And here's where the tracks start rising on the ramp toward the station platforms. You can look down the tracks through the station here. Signals are installed at the end of the platforms. The heads will remain turned until they are put into service. Those windows at the top are in the area where Brightline's waiting rooms will be located. Now in the building, here's a look back at the tracks on the ramp we were just looking at from the People Mover. The work on it is now more or less complete. Brightline will serve 2 platforms at the station. The other platforms here are for future rail systems that may also serve the airport, like Sunrail. Inside the terminal, on the left is Brightline's construction offices. On the right is where the entrance to the station will eventually be. We'll now take a short walk to show the location of the station in relation to where the automated people movers are located. This building opened in November of 2017, primarily to take advantage of the parking garages built in association with it. While open to the public, only employees are typically seen walking around here currently. There are 2 separate tracks that the APM can use here, but only the one on the left is currently used, with the minimal customers currently using it. Looking south, you can see the other end of the platforms and the right-of-way leading toward the maintenance facility. This intermodal terminal is the first part of the airport's overall Terminal C complex being built here. The intermodal terminal was built to provide a central location to provide connections to Brightline, buses, taxis, and other forms of ground transportation. Terminal C itself, seen here, will add an additional 19 gates for flights with room to be expanded to add dozens more. It is on track to open sometime in 2022. JetBlue is the only airline confirmed to be using it when it opens so far. The parking garage on the right is currently open, but is only being used by employees. These pilings were recently installed to support a pathway for passengers between the intermodal terminal and Terminal C. We'll now go back to driving through the airport on Jeff Fuqua Blvd, past airsides 4 and 2. Next to the APM for airside 4, the underpass for baggage carts to pass under Brightline's tracks is officially open. The old path has been demolished and the first track has been built across it. The excavator is located as far as the tracks have been built so far. Work is still ongoing for the airside 2 baggage cart underpass. A crossover has begun to be assembled here, and more signal equipment has been installed as well. We are now approaching Cargo Road. The tracks will pass under Taxiway J here. Work on the new entrance ramp for Cargo Road is nearing completion. This needs to open so tracks can be built where the existing ramp is located. From that existing ramp, here's a look at work creating an underpass for the tracks under Cargo Road. The first half was completed and opened earlier this year, and now the second half is being built. We'll finish driving through the airport on Jeff Fuqua Blvd before getting on State Road 528, following the right-of-way east. This short bridge over a drainage canal is now having work done to start forming the deck. A wall that will separate the road from the tracks begins here and continues all the way to Goldenrod Road. All the work between the camera and that wall is part of a project to widen this section of the 528 as part of a rebuilt interchange. Here's a look west down the right-of-way from on top of the Goldenrod Road tunnel. And here's a look east toward Narcoossee Road. The tracks enter a slight trench here under the approach for runway 17L. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Also check out my social media pages.